Hey, what's up, guys? It's your boy Anime Talk with another episode review of Ace of the Diamond, Season 3, Episode 18, or Act 2, Episode 18, whichever way you want to put it. So, basically, we start off the episode the same way we left off the last episode. We have Miyuki on the hill. Basically, he likes to do batting practice by himself. He don't really like to see people see him practice. I don't know why. That's just Miyuki for you. But Kuramuchi goes over to talk to him, and he basically is asking him about Samurai's behavior early in the day when Samurai wasn't sitting with him with the team. Basically saying, you think that was a message to us that we need to get our act together and get more runs. They were talking about that, and as they're talking about that in this episode, you're gonna see Sendo practicing, and you're also gonna see the final game against Inarushi and Ichidai. So as you're seeing that, they're not pitching the aces. They don't really care who's gonna get the W on this game, but in the game, I think at the end they let May pitch, and he gave up a double, and then he shut everybody down. So Inavisho ended up winning, but Amashi, the Inaticha's ace didn't even pitch. So it kind of shows a message that Ichidai was even able to keep up with them, keep up with them, even though their ace wasn't pitching. Because even though May didn't pitch the whole game, but he did make his appearance. I don't know if that was because Amashi kind of told the coach before the game, "Yo, I slept wrong, so my neck is bothering me." I think they were doing more that out of precaution, because at the end of the day, we all know that for them, their main tournament is the summer tournament. So that's the one they want to That's the one they want to be ready for. But going back to Sendo, Coach Kataika, aka Boss, he has a meeting with the team, and he resends all the numbers. He taken away all the numbers. So Fura is not number one no more. Fura is not the ace. He says, we got 3 months to the summer tournament, and you have to earn it. So I think this is building up to Samurai's opportunity to finally obtain the ace number. So it's like, okay, guys, you got to earn it now. It's gonna be given to you guys. If you're a third year, do what you have to do, work hard, earn a main roster spot. If you don't, one of these first years or second years is gonna come and surpass your spot or whatever. Because if you look back, Fura and Samurai are first years, and they are on the main roster. So somebody has to. They have to kick out somebody. And from season 1, you saw that one of the guys that we were watching and we liked was Chris, and Chris ended up not making the team. So that's just how it goes. So coach, aka Boss, aka how Samurai calls him, he wanted to deliver that message, like, you know what, we're gonna work hard for the next 3 months, and depending on how you practice, on your performance, that's gonna determine your jersey number. So between Fura and Samurai, now, hey, go at it. See who gets that ace number. You're no longer the ace. You're not gonna get the benefit of the doubt. And it's funny. I mean, we go earlier in the episode. I'm sorry I'm jumping around a little bit, but we go earlier in the episode. You see Fura and Samurai watching game tape, and they basically get into an argument about who deserves more blame for them losing today. So in that argument, Samurai, Fura was saying basically, he should have pitched better. I'm sorry, he's at the same time being apologetic. I'm sorry for leaving, when you switched in, it was such a bad situation. But Samurai was like, well, if I was more reliable, then you probably wouldn't have gotten to that situation, because if you as soon as it would have got less, it would have got ugly. As soon as it would have got less than, as soon as you would have gave up a couple runs, they would have switched me off. So I need to be more reliable. So it's kind of stupid. They're fighting to take the blame, but it goes to show you, basically Japanese culture in that aspect. Then we move on. Then we move on, and basically and basically Miyuki's having a little meeting, a little brainstorming meeting, or in his room, which was basically started by Samurai. Samurai was like, I want to talk to you about pitch sequences and pitch counts, and basically how do you do game planning, quarter out plays and things like that. He feels like he needs to understand those things, which I feel it's definitely needed, because as a pitcher, it's one thing for somebody to tell you to do something, and it's another thing for you to understand why he's telling you to do it. I feel like as a pitcher, if the catcher's asking for, I don't know, basically, let's say a fastball on the corner, on the outside corner, you understanding why he wants that will give more emotion, or more, it will put more behind that pitch. So I'm with Samurai with that. Like if he can understand why Miyuki picks certain pitches, why that's going on, then it could give him more hindsight or give him more energy to basically throw that pitch with a little bit more motion. And especially all the pitches we've seen on this show, but especially Samurai is one that he's fueled by his emotions. So we get into we get into a little, after all of that, we get into a little backstory of Okumura, aka Wolf Boy. He's the blonde kid that's having beef with Samurai. So we get into a little backstory of why he's kind of salty, and it shows like a little montage of when he was in middle school. He basically had a head coach, and the head coach was basically, he'll encourage the guys or whatever, but sometimes when they'll do a dumb play, under his breath he'll be like, that was stupid or whatever. So Wolf Boy caught on to that. So, he didn't like that. He was kind of like, oh, so, you're just saying that, but, your true colors come out in certain situations. And on top of that, their middle school coach, went to another team, a rival team. So all of those past lessons that were given by him, were kind of like, it was distorted. It was just like I don't know if he was confused about it, or he was, sorry guys, garbage truck pulled up right next to me, so I had to look. It was basically like, okay, what those things that you were saying, were you just saying them? So basically what happened after the coach left, 2 months later, he had to play them. So Wolf Boy's team, won decisively. And then when the old coach goes to them and to like, oh, well, that was a good game, that you guys really beat us. And he's like, yeah, how you like that? Which is big, guys. It's big, because in Japanese culture, like, even if you don't really talk back to your seniors, you don't, even if a guy, like if you're a junior and a guy's a senior, there's a certain amount of respect you have to have. That's what you see the, let's say Wolf Boy, when he's talking to Samurai or whatever, he walks away and he's like, don't walk away when your senior's talking. Like, it's just, their culture's like that, especially during sports. I don't know if it's like that overall or it's more like that in sports teams, but basically it gives a backstory of why he's so salty. When Samurai was being so enthusiastic, yeah, let's go pitch and let's go this, why it bothered him so much in the, like 2 or 3 episodes ago, and they had the little encounter in the lunchroom. Why did that? It just didn't sit well with him because of his past experiences. So we get to see a little bit more about his past and understand a little bit more why the guy's just, I'm sorry about the truck. I mean, I'm doing this in my car real quick, and then I couldn't anticipate that happening. But whatever, we anime lovers, and we're gonna continue. We persevere, like our anime shows. It gives you a little bit more deep, a little bit of understanding of why he was like that. But then we go back to the past, and you see Wolf Boy and Samurai having a conversation, and basically he's telling him like, Samurai's like, oh, yo, so they're talking, and he was like, oh, you acted good yesterday. You acted good, the way that you were pitching, your demeanor, everything. He said, you need to stop screaming. Samurai, when he goes to the mount, he screams. He's like, thank you for catching all the pitches or whatever. I mean, that's Samurai style, so I don't think he needs to listen to Wolf Boy. But Samurai was like, oh, so you think I did well? So you know what? Let's put our beef behind us. Let's put our beef behind us, and let's be friends, and let me, you wanna catch my pitches? And the guy was like, no. Someone was like, yo, what's wrong with you? I can't read you. And he's like, no, because I don't deserve to. And that was kind of like a whoa moment, like, oh wow. So in reality, he really thinks highly of Samurai for him to say that. He's like, you know what? I'll catch your pitches when I become a first string. When I get into the first string, then I feel like I have earned to catch your pitches. Because going back to when he did catch Samurai's pitches, once the numbers got a little too high, he wasn't able to keep up with Samurai. And in his mind, his memory, his reflection, he saw Miyuki being like, okay, I'll take it from here. Being like if Miyuki was making fun of him, which Miyuki wasn't. That's all in his mind. But a lot of the great athletes do this. A lot of the great athletes, they make a movie in their head. Like, look at Michael Jordan. Michael Jordan will create a beef in his head just to rile himself up. So maybe that's something that we're seeing in Wolf Boy. But with that said, it was a solid episode. It was a good episode. I enjoyed it, and it's all build up. It's all build up towards the summer tournament. It's all build up, guys. All right, guys. With that said, comment, subscribe. If you agree with me, comment. If you don't agree with me, comment. Comment. All right, guys. I'm out.